Hey everyone, it's me Tim, and today I'm going to talk about what I have in my backpack for an overnight camping backpack trip. I'm just going to kind of take everything out and go over, how it's working out for me, what it's used for, that type of thing. First is the bag that I'm using. This is the Gregory Zulu 65 liter. I don't believe that it is in production anymore, so you can't get this one. I will have links to everything that is available down below in the description box. So let's start in this top pocket up here. I got some snacks, some things that I want easy access to. These things are so delicious. I love these when I'm on the trail. It's a good hit of energy, and it's kind of like a smoothie type thing. They're really tasty. I have some coffee pods for my espresso maker and some beef jerky, always good. I have some lip balm, electrolyte mix for adding to my water. Definitely good out here in the Arizona desert. I have a lighter, and I have my pocket knife. Those are all things that I have super easy access to. And then we'll go ahead into this next compartment here. So right at the top, not that it necessarily needs to be at the top, but I've been using these from Peak Refuel. They're absolutely delicious. I just started trying these a couple weeks ago, and I really enjoy them. This one is cheesy chicken and broccoli, white chicken, rice, and broccoli with a creamy cheese sauce. I haven't tried this one yet, but it sounds delicious. 52 grams of protein per pouch, so that's pretty cool. And it says that it is 2 servings, but I usually eat one myself. And it's just, you kind of add hot water to it and it cooks itself and it rehydrates, and they're really delicious and simple. Here is my toilet kit. I have some toilet paper in a Ziploc bag and a little trowel to dig a cat hole if I need to go to the bathroom. This is pretty important here. This is my Spot X. I'm able to text and send messages or call for evacuation services if I need it, or rescue services. It's a monthly fee, and with that monthly fee I get evacuation insurance, vehicle recovery insurance, anything in the backcountry where I don't have cell service. This thing is just invaluable. If I was going to do it again, I would probably go with the Garmin InReach. It's a little simpler, and I think it hooks up to your phone, so you're still able to text messages and call for help and that type of thing. This one is just a little bit big and bulky. I got it when I was traveling on my motorcycle, and it worked really well for that. I liked it because it mounted right on my handlebar on the motorcycle. So if I was sending messages or waiting to receive a message, the antenna is pointing up towards the satellites, and I could just see it on my handlebar if the message went through and that kind of thing. Here is my headlamp. This is the Transcend 1500. It is very bright, and it's adjustable and it's rechargeable. I love that it's rechargeable. I don't have to worry about batteries. So yeah, this thing is pretty great. Definitely happy with that. This is kind of a luxury item that I don't necessarily take on every backpacking trip, but I always regret it when I don't take it. But it does add a little bit of weight, and it's definitely not a necessity, but that would be my camping chair from Helinox. It's kind of rolled up into a bundle here, but this is just a fold-up camping chair. It's absolutely incredible when you get done hiking, carrying a pack all day, and you get to camp. To be able to sit down and rest your back is just really great, and I think it's worth carrying even though it is a little bit heavy and not necessary. So everything below that is in a plastic contractor garbage bag. I don't have a pack liner. I just use that and put anything in it that I don't want to get wet in case it rains. I don't have to deal with a rain cover or any of that. It's all just in there and it's sealed. I've used this particular bag for several trips now, and there's no holes in it, there's no tears. It's still working absolutely perfectly, and it's a really cheap solution to keeping everything waterproof. Okay, in no particular order, I have my rain layer. This is just a rainproof jacket. It's pretty lightweight, pretty durable. I'm happy with it so far. The only thing I'm not crazy about with this one is that the hood is not sealed to the jacket itself. It's removable. So there is a little bit of a seam there that you could potentially get water creeping in if you're not careful. This is my down puffy from Patagonia. It packs really small. It's super warm. It's down. I don't know all the specific stats on it, but it is absolutely super warm and very packable. And I'm just very happy with it. I've had this for probably about 5 years now. No major issues. The only thing I will say is that sometimes the down feathers will poke holes through the fabric because it is very lightweight. But I just put Scotch tape over it and keep it from leaking out. Next is my pillow. I absolutely love this thing. I've been using it for like 8 years now. This is the Nemo Pillow. So comfortable. It's an inflatable pillow, but it's got a foam insert here that makes it feel more like a real pillow as opposed to an air pillow, which air pillows can be kind of uncomfortable, but it's just got foam here and it's super comfortable. I sleep great with this thing. I do usually stuff something underneath it just to lift it up a little bit because it only goes about that big. And so instead of carrying a second pillow, I'll just stuff a sweatshirt underneath it or something and bring it up to a level that's a little more comfortable. Another piece of gear that I've been using for a very long time is the Sleep and Go sleeping pad. It's an inflatable pad. It's not super warm. It's very easy to set up though. It is very comfortable, even for side sleeping, and it was cheap. It's like less than 30 bucks, I think. So this was a great deal. I've been using it for a long time, and I'm very happy with it. I did a review on the channel about this sleeping pad a few weeks ago. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to that down below. And anything else that I've done reviews on, I will leave links to those videos down below. But this thing is absolutely great, and I highly, highly recommend it. There isn't much in here that I'm not happy with, so I think I'm pretty happy with my setup. I've got it to a point where I don't really feel like I need to replace anything. I'm pretty happy with my setup at the moment. This is a merino wool cap. It's very comfortable and it's very warm. I sleep in this or hang out around camp in that. Here are my tent poles. I keep these separate because the tent itself wraps up better without this in it. But these poles are pretty short and they fit right in the bag really nice and well. Down at the bottom is my sleeping bag. This is actually from a company called Zen Bivy. It's actually a quilt. It's down, it's rated to about 30 degrees, and it is super comfortable. It lofts up so nicely. It packs really small and it's very compressible, and it does keep me warm. Anything below 30s though, I'm definitely packing my larger 0-degree sleeping bag. But for summer trips, fall trips, spring, anything like that, this thing is perfect. Very happy with it. I've had this for at least 5 years now and no issues to report on it. I'm just very happy with this thing. It's just super comfortable. I like the flexibility of it. You can zip up the toe box and make like a compartment for your feet to keep them warm, or you can just leave it out like a rectangular shape quilt. But anyways, yeah, I'm just really happy with this thing. It's very comfortable and I sleep well with it because I'm not restricted in a sleeping bag like a mummy bag. I've gotten used to this and it's hard to go back to a sleeping bag once you've gone to a quilt, but I'm definitely happy with this. Also down at the bottom is my tent. This is the Big Agnes Copper Spur HV UL 2-person tent. HV being high volume and UL being ultra lightweight. It's from Big Agnes. It packs pretty small, as you can see. It's pretty light. I have done a couple reviews on this on my other channel. I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I will say is that I kind of wish I had gone with the 1-person version because I'm always in my tent by myself anyway, and it would have just packed a little bit smaller and been a little bit lighter. But I am very happy with it. It's an awesome tent. It's holding up well. It's super light, very packable. Not much else to really say about it. I'm very happy with it and definitely recommend this tent. It is very packable and very roomy. It worked out really well when I was traveling by motorcycle because I had all my gear that I wanted inside the tent with me. A lot more gear involved in motorcycle travel than there is with backpacking. So it was nice in that scenario to have the extra space, but with backpacking, I kind of wish I had gone with 1 person. Okay, next is my first aid kit. Not much really in here, just some gauze, some band-aids, some tweezers, some medications, anti-diarrhea, antihistamines, things of that nature, band-aids, athletic wraps, yeah, things like that, burn cream. Pretty simple. I've had a lot of first aid kits over the years, and I've just kind of taken what I use from those and put it in this bag, and just kind of take what I really need. There's nothing trauma related in here. Like if there was a real major issue, I would kind of be, out of luck, but I don't know how to necessarily use that stuff anyway, so there's no point in really carrying it. And this might be a little bit controversial because I know a lot of backpackers don't use these, but this is the Jetboil Flash. It's very old, as you can see. It's starting to fall apart. I've had this for, I want to say, maybe 9 years. It's been really great for me. I like how quickly it boils water. Most of my cooking just involves boiling water. I'm able to make pasta in here, or those rehydrated meals that I showed you earlier. It just does everything I need, and it does it well, and it all kind of like fits in this little thing, this little stove pot thing. This is the stove itself, and that just attaches to the fuel, which fits right in here. A little fuel container. And it works really well, and it holds, it's rated for two cups, but it can hold actually like 3 or 4 if needed. And it's just great in the morning to just be able to have like hot water super quick, so you can get your coffee going and start waking up in the morning. And getting down to the wire here, this is my spoon. This thing's pretty cool. I eat a lot of dehydrated meals in those bags, so it's extendable, so I can get to the bottom without getting my hand all dirty. This is from Optimus. It's pretty cheap, but it was definitely worth it. I love the extendable aspect of it. And I have a little bit of rope down here for either tying a bear bag or just different things that I might possibly need it for. If a strap on my bag breaks, I can use this to fix it. But primarily this is for hanging a bear bag. And yeah, it's pretty lightweight, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. So some paracord. I probably got about 30 feet, which is way too much, but that's what I have. And super important, but a luxury item, is my espresso maker. This is the Nanopresso from Wakeiko. I just recently did a review on this. I'll leave a link to that right here. Very happy with this. I've been using it for a long time. It makes absolutely delicious coffee, and recently, like within the last year or so, I've been using the NS adapter, which allows you to use coffee pods, kind of like a Keurig cup, but smaller, and it makes delicious espresso consistently every time. It comes out exactly the same, and it's always good, and it's delicious, and it wakes me up. And the other advantage I like to this is that I get a lot more energy for less water usage. So it just takes a little tiny bit of water, and it's like drinking a full cup of coffee. So if I'm light on water, this thing works really well to conserve. And then I have my water filter down here. This is the Sawyer Mini. I was using the Sawyer Squeeze for the longest time, but it started acting up after quite a long span of use, so I decided to go with the Mini because it was a little bit cheaper, and it's smaller, and it does exactly the same thing, and it attaches to a smart water bottle. So I don't bring the bag that it comes with to fill up the bag with water. I just use a smart water bottle, fill that up with water, attach this to it, and I can either drink straight from it or pour it into a clean water bottle. I also did a review on this recently. Yeah, and it works really well, and it filters out all the stuff that you don't want when you're drinking water from a natural source. And that's it in the main compartment. Over here, this is not necessarily with me on every trip, but I have it this time. This is bear spray. It's basically mace with about a 30-foot distance that it can spray. Hopefully I never have to use this, and this is definitely a last resort. Not to be used as soon as I see a bear, but only if I'm actually in trouble, because it's kind of not a great thing to do, to spray a bear in the face with this for no reason. So if I was about to be attacked, this would come in handy, and it's on the side of my pack, so it's easy to get to. And then this here I bring sometimes. This is a water vessel also from Wakeiko. It holds, a little bit of water, but basically I can boil this first thing in the morning when I'm at home, put it in here, and I have hot water for the rest of the day if I want to make a quick espresso. I don't have to get my stove out and deal with all of that. So I bring this with me sometimes. It definitely keeps things warm, and I like it. It simplifies things. I don't bring this with me every time though. And normally I would have 3 to 4 liters of water with me in water bottles. I don't have that today. But that's pretty much it. Actually, super important. Down here in these hip pouches, I have a bunch of snacks. I want to talk about some of these because some of these are really great. This, not so much. This is like a fruit chew kind of thing. Not crazy about these. I tried them. It's gluten-free, no sugar added. They're pretty good for you. Probiotics and things of that nature. So they're pretty good for you and they're good for energy, but I'm just not thrilled with the way that they taste. And over here, I have some baby food. This is kind of similar to the smoothie thing that I showed you earlier. These are just a lot cheaper. I get them at the supermarket. They were on sale for like $1 a piece, and they give you really good energy, and they got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, and a lot of healthy stuff, a lot of plants and fruit and yogurt and that type thing. So this one is called Berry Harvest Fusion, and they're all pretty delicious. And one more fruit chew, mango. Again, not crazy about those, but sometimes I'll have beef jerky sticks with me and Cliff Bars and things like that. I'm a pretty big fan of the Cliff Bars. Those have worked out for me. They give you a lot of energy, and it's just very densely packed into a small package, so that works out really well. And that is just about everything that I bring with me for an overnight backpacking trip. The only thing that's not really included in here is maybe some extra clothes, an extra pair of socks or underwear, especially if I'm going for several days. But just for an overnight, I pretty much wear what I'm wearing. I have dry socks for a camp, and that's kind of it. And all this stuff comes with me, and I'm happy with all of it. Like I said, there will be links down below if you guys want to check any of this stuff out. Anything that I've done reviews on, I will leave a list down below in the description of all the different reviews that I've done on this equipment. If I haven't done one on it yet, then I'm probably meaning to do one. So so that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I pack with me for an overnight backpacking trip. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and leave me a comment if you think I'm missing anything, or if you take something different or the same, or just let me know what you guys think about your overnight backpacking trips. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.